Hello everybody, my name is Riley and welcome to or back to my channel. Hi, this is future Riley editing this video. We're just not going to talk about my bangs in this video. I'm clearly having a hard time styling them, so just like ignore that. So we're just not going to talk about it, okay? Okay, carry on. If you are a returning viewer, you might be like, this is a different setup, and you would be correct. This is definitely not my normal video setup. But today I'm going to be ranking all of the books that I have read by Colleen Hoover, but I'll be doing it dance mom style. The bottom here is actually like top of the pyramid, but you see I'm a little short to reach up there, so we're just gonna pretend that this is up there and not down here. So alright, now we got that out of the way. So without further ado, grab something to drink, grab a snack, and let's get started. So at the bottom here of my pyramid is Losing Hope. And I just wrote the words on it, so I don't have a lot of colored ink. But I would say the reason why Losing Hope is down at the bottom is because I didn't think it was a good point of view. Like, don't get me wrong, all of these books by Colleen Hoover is definitely like at least 3 stars. But to me, it didn't live up to the other books, and it wasn't a really great like spin-off or different point of view. It was kind of like everything that we kind of already knew or could suspect. The next on the bottom of the pyramid is Maybe Someday. Now the reason why Maybe Someday is down here is because honestly, it was kind of anticlimactic. The whole book you're kind of like, okay, like what's gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? When are like the main characters gonna like, you know, get together? And it was just very anticlimactic, and you didn't get a lot from the book in the end. There are like other books that go along in the series, but not knowing that, ranking the book by itself definitely gets down here. The next one on the bottom of the pyramid is All Your Perfects. I know, a lot of people really like All Your Perfects, and I definitely did too. Like, again, as I said, all Colleen Hoover books like are really good. Like, at least from here on, it's at least 4 stars. It's just kind of nitpicking the specific tropes and everything that I like in the book. But I liked how it went past and present in this book, but it kind of felt like the inevitable was about to happen. And again, it was really good, but like, it's down here. So the next book on the pyramid is Maybe Not. So Maybe Not goes with Maybe Someday, and it's in like, you know, the same series. But for some reason, like, I loved the spin-offs of the Maybe Someday series more than I liked the actual book. And I think this gives so much information on why the characters act like they did in the 2 books before this one. Like, I feel like I know so much more about these characters, because the whole time I'm reading these books, I'm like, why are they acting like this? I don't understand. And this just sums it up and gives you all of those answers. And the last one on the bottom of the pyramid is Finding Cinderella. When I first read Finding Cinderella, it definitely blew my mind. Like, the plot twist in this book is like insane to me. It's in the same series as Hopeless and Losing Hope, but I enjoyed this one a little too much. On the next tier up, I have Ugly Love. So the reason why I put Ugly Love here is because I didn't love it as much as I thought it was going to. Like, I really like the characters and I like how they develop, but to me, like, the big plot twist wasn't like, it was crazy, but it didn't get my gut wrench as I thought it would. The main male character in this one didn't like really grip me as I thought it would. So yeah, that's why she's there. And the next one I have is It Ends With Us. Yeah, so I'm a little scared about this one. The reason why I put It Ends With Us right here is because it is honestly really good. It's one of the very early on Colleen Hoover books I read, but I think to me, like, the epilogue really is what made the story hit me hard. I really like the story, and I think it's a very powerful message. I definitely don't think it's romance, and I definitely feel like people should probably not, you know, romanticize the book. Just doesn't compare to the other ones, in my opinion. The next one I have right here is Maybe Now. Maybe Now is in the series with Maybe Not and Maybe Someday. For Maybe Now, it was really good. I really enjoyed reading this. Like, I think I read this like in less than 6 hours or something while I was like in between doing things, but I really enjoyed Maybe Now. I had a good time reading it, and I liked the storyline and the character arc in them, so I had a lot of fun reading this book. In this one, we have Hopeless. Mom! She wanted to be a part of the video. So we have Hopeless, which is in the same series as Finding Cinderella and Losing Hope. The plot twist in this one changed my point of view completely. I thought it was definitely like out of the blue. I still really liked this character, and I liked the two main characters in this book, along with like the other people that surround it. I don't know, I feel like it's just like a different circumstance, and somehow Colleen Hoover made it very realistic, if that makes sense. I think Hopeless is one of those books that like, it doesn't seem like it would actually happen. I feel like that's some of people's complaints, that it doesn't seem realistic. But I think the way that Colleen wrote this book definitely made it realistic, and in my opinion, I really, really enjoyed this one. So yeah, definitely loving Hopeless. Now we're getting into the top 3. So the third book I have over here is Reminders of Him. If you watch my February wrap-up, you know Reminders of Him gripped me. You already kind of know why I really enjoyed Reminders of Him, but I'll kind of give a brief overview. The main characters, both of them, like the female and the male, both like I liked and I disliked at the same time, and you know, I really wanted to like them, but then I felt guilty about liking them, and then when I didn't like them, I felt also guilty about not liking them. And I think Colleen is really the only one that has the power to do that in a book. Like, I read this definitely in one sitting, and the ending just absolutely had to happen that way, or else I would have probably sued the publisher. It was everything that I needed in an ending, and I honestly would really like a spin-off of this one and see what happens in the future, because I really enjoyed this. Like, I really, really enjoyed this book. So the second one on my pyramid is November 9th. This one I also flew through. I loved November 9th. I love how the main characters are connected in a way that they didn't think they could be, and honestly, I didn't think it could be. I did not see that plot twist coming at all, which is typically like how Colleen writes. I loved how they meet every year, and you can see the changes, and you can see how both the main characters feel about each other, and how it progresses over the years. But the top of the pyramid, or the bottom in this case,
all right, and at the top of the pyramid, Maddy,
is Verity. So this was actually the first book I read by Colleen, and it was kind of before she blew up on TikTok. In this point in my like reading journey, if you can call it that, I read a lot of thrillers and just general fiction. So I was not really kind of expecting to read all of these books by her at the time. But this book was like no other book I have read. I always recommend this book in the bookstore. Like, I seriously, if I see someone pick up something remotely similar to this, I'll be like, have you read Verity? Like, do you know? Do you know how good this book is? It is amazing, and I've had so many like women like be like, yeah, like it looks really good, like thank you for that recommendation. And honestly, that just kind of like makes my day. And I'm sure I know there's a lot of people that do that, but you know, I just think that this book is one of those books that everyone needs to read. It is so good. I don't know which team I'm on. If you're asking about team manuscript or letter. I don't know. I like want to believe the letter, but I also feel like if I believe the letter, like I'd probably be faking myself with hope. I don't know. But this book really, it got my attention. After I read this, I actually had to go and like take a walk and do some yoga because of how much it had freaked me out and how my mind like couldn't pick or get that resolution that I get from a lot of thrillers. So yes, that is all of the books I have read by Colleen so far. But yes, please don't hate me. Comment down below some of your favorite Colleen Hoover books. I would love to see them, or if you agree or disagree with my pyramid over here. So that concludes the end of this video. I hope you like me ranking all the books I read from Colleen Hoover. You know, Dance Mom style. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing it. Kind of really felt like Abby Lee for a minute. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you're watching this video, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.